This is my 1995 Daihatsu Mira walkthrough van. I walked through it. It must be a Daihatsu walkthrough van, right? Crawl through van? Somebody commented that before. I like that. It is crawl through van. This here is my 1992 Nissan Atlas 100. Take a quick look around here. This is what it looks like. It's a double cab, extended cab, crew cab. I don't know, whatever you want to call this. You can seat 5.5 people. I know they say 6, but I'm gonna say 5.5. So you can have a flat floor here if you need to fold this up. Got some junk, as you can see. It's in decent shape. It's kind of dirty because it looks like it was a well-used work truck. I need to replace some of these things, like the window crank is broken. This little piece is lost. There it is. I think it's missing a screw. No problem. And on this side, this is the driver's side. It is right-hand drive because it's from Japan. The front have a decent, like a different type of chair. The back is just the default like bench seat. The driver's seat can fold down for whatever reason. Let me know if you know why. I mean, I guess it's just adjustable. All right, here we go. Cool. This seat also slides forward and back, and I believe this is a tilt column. Yes, this column goes front and back. Nothing fancy here. It is a work truck after all. This is a 2.3 liter diesel. It is not a turbo diesel. It is just a regular diesel. Oh, there's a little step here. Did the other side not have a step? I don't even know. Let me look. Oh yeah, there's a step. Okay, okay. So this is the 6-foot bed. I believe it's just about 6 foot long. It is narrower between the wheel wells than a K truck. It is shorter than a K truck from front to back, but it is definitely deeper from height, and it is wider if you go above the wheel wells. Unlike a K truck, the sides do not fold down. You can see how everything is welded together there. It's obviously attached to the wheel wells, so that's not going to fold, but this does fold. It's a little different than a K truck because you lift this up and then you push it in and it drops between the latch. Same with this side. There we go. This is also the 750 kilo payload model. This just folds down. Same with the chains, you can unhook them and this can fold flat, or you can just remove the tailgate by sliding it out. Pretty simple, nothing fancy here. Yeah, I need to lubricate these or something. This truck came with the plywood in it. So what's going on over here? It's just a used bed. There's some surface rust here and there. Someone painted red stuff on it at some point, or maybe that's the primer under the white. I don't know. Because you can see that same red stuff here. That's not all rust. This is surface rust right here. The tailgate has the brunt of it, probably from all the stuff scraping in and out of it over its life. Somebody's tried to repaint it with the white paint here and there at some point. There's some cut accessory here, but nothing much to show there. So we're wondering, how do we get at the engine? The engine's here. This is how you get at it. It is under the seat. There's a little cubby hole here for some stuff. There's a little glove box here with some more stuff. All right. There's a cigarette lighter. There's an ashtray with a old cigarette in it. There's a little cubby tray. There's a cup holder. All right, cool. All right, so you lift up on the seat after you unlatch it. There's 2 latches. You get access to the 2.3 liter TD23 diesel. This is not the turbo diesel like I said earlier. You can see that huge oil filter just like diesels and stuff. There's a big alternator. I don't know. It's cool just to have your motor down here. It keeps you warm, especially when it's cold like today. It's cool that the seat just kind of, you know. Obviously there's some plastic damage to the washer tank here. The culprit is this window. You can see UV rays have been penetrating that container until it has crumbled away. I'll go in the back real quick. So just climb up here, and sit down. Oh, the doors are loud. All right, there's plenty of legroom in here. This is a lot of space. This is a really big truck for, at least for the interior. Physically, dimensionally, I think this is just about like a early 2000s Ford Ranger. Size, I can measure it later. Not the most scientific way to measure this, but this truck is about 172 inches long. Measuring the outer bed width, it's about 67 inches wide. The bed is the same width as the cab, so 67-ish. 66 and a half is about right. Inner bed length is 74 inches long. Inner bed width is 63 3/4 inches long. The space between the wheel wells is about 41 inches. The height of the bed wall is a little bit more than 16 and a half inches. You still get like a 6 foot something bed. It's bigger than the typical 5.5 foot box that everybody usually has in like a crew cab like this. There's straps for stuff. Don't see much. I mean, there's no frills in here, man. You get crank windows. They work. They go all the way down. But that's it. It's the only thing you get in here. Crank windows. This mirror tint is kind of nice. I mean, I don't think it's legal in my state, but I'm just going to leave that alone. Looks like somebody peeled the same tape off of this, the mirror tint. All right. Taking a look underneath, this truck is not rusty, and that is good. There's all this flaky stuff, like a prior coating that was on there. It's peeling off, but it's still revealing black, like painted, not rusty frame. This is all over the place. It's all over the gas tank too, the fuel tank. But just peeking around in here, just looking at like the different parts of the frame. Everything looks to be in good order in here, other than just the ugly peeling stuff off of the coating. Oh, there's like a loudspeaker thing or something in the front. I wonder if that's the reverse beeper. Front looks pretty good here. And checking out this side. Looks good to me. There is something I don't like about this truck. I think it's the lack of seals, lack of door seals. So, yeah, you can see this here. Somebody got some weather stripping and just stuck it on here at some point. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, because that glue doesn't look factory. There's this one that might be factory. There's nothing on the doors, so when the doors close, there's like this wiggle room. And that's what's all that rattling noise is. I mean, this isn't out of adjustment or anything. This is where it's supposed to be. Why is it like this? Alright, let's check this side. The driver's side still has some of this left. This is attached on here, and this is kind of just hanging out, floating around. That's how I knew this wasn't OEM, but I think I'll just leave that alone for now. Some of, like, this door is decent. What's the deal? Oh yeah, this one still has that intact. Alright, well, let's give it a drive. As with all diesels, you turn it on, you wait for that glow plug light to go out, as it just did, and then you are ready to go. This particular model has AC. I haven't gotten to check if it works yet. It's just cold outside, so I don't know if it's working. This has a 5-speed manual. The clutch feels good. It's very easy to drive, and it sounds very fun. Like, oh, look, it also had a curtain option here. There used to be a curtain in the front, but not the back. Oh, I guess they had the mirror tint. They don't need a curtain there. All right. It's a little noisy in the cabin. Now, you may be wondering, Ray, what are you doing with the Nissan Atlas 100? What am I doing with a 6-seater truck, a diesel pickup truck? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with this thing. I happen to get this from a trade. So, as you guys know, recently I bought a bunch of K cars from Japan. They were just delivered to me. I picked them all up at the port, and I had some issues here and there with like the one bad carry, and I had some issues with not being able to load up my other Mira, the white Mira. So this is the white Mira. So when I left my white Mira at Nick's house way before the fame, thank you again for letting me store that at your house, and it was great because you were able to make some content with it, and it helped me kind of trade it away. That Mira was my unwanted Mira anyways, because I settled and I bought that and because we were desperate, and then the one we actually wanted literally showed up the next day. So I didn't want that anyways because we wanted the blue one that my wife has now. And I mean, we could have sold it, but then, you know, I would have 2 Mira vans. So what happened was Dave over from Connecticut, he messaged me and he's like, hey, would you do a straight up trade? And I was like, oh, a straight up trade for what? And he showed me his green Cappuccino. It was a EA11R, so it was a 5-speed with the F6A motor that I'm more familiar with. I was actually considering that. It needed some work, but I really wanted to kind of consider that, and it was almost a done deal. And later that night, he sent me some pictures of his other vehicles because he imports this stuff. I think he has a business and he's trying to like get into being an importer for this. And what he did was he showed me a picture of this Atlas. He showed me a picture of a 99 Alto Works that Nick bought from him. Actually, Nick already has it now. That's what he showed me, and then I got instantly baited into this truck. He was just like, have your pick, take whatever you want. He really wanted the Mira van, so, you know, it kind of works out. So he ended up driving this Atlas. After I asked him about it, he showed me around, and had to go. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. So I just wanted this because it seemed kind of cool. I've never had a diesel truck before, and you know, this is fun. Like, I can zoom around in this thing. All right, you guys fell out, but so this is fun. I can zoom around in this thing. I can haul some junk that I have. I'll use it for a little bit. What am I gonna do with this thing? I don't really have any long-term plans for this. This was an unwanted vehicle to begin with, like when it was in the Mira form, and then now it's this Atlas. I mean, I guess it's cool that I have this to drive around and I can do some stuff, but I don't have room for this. I don't really have a need for a big 6-seater pickup truck, so this isn't gonna be something I'll keep. It rides pretty good, it drives very well. This thing has 190,510 kilometers on it right now. I just filled up the diesel, the whole tank, just to see how long like one tank actually lasts me. So what's 190,000 something kilometers? This thing is like young for a diesel. I mean, yeah, it's 32 years old, but it's young in mileage. There's no power either. I mean, it pulls, it hauls, but it's not fast. I do like this really high upright seating position, and then like the way the steering wheel is kind of laid out. I feel like I'm driving a bus. I mean, it's very, and plus there's like this massive dead zone with the steering where it's like the 60s in those movies where you do this and you're just driving down the road going straight. So there's just like little things like that. I mean, the truck, this is great. It's a great work truck. This truck is for sale. I'm not sure what I can ask for it yet. I don't know. I figure I would want to get my money back in the Mira because I didn't want to buy that anyways. It's a good diesel work truck, so if someone's actually got like a legitimate business where they need to haul stuff around and carry some people, I think this would be a good truck, but I have no idea how to price things like this. So realistically, I'm not sure I know what I'm asking for. Just driving it down this bumpy road again just to see what it's like. This is, I paid a visit down here with my carry. I think it handles these bumps pretty good. It soaks them up real well. just gonna drive this around some more, and you guys will get to see like what this is like to drive an Atlas. Air in this once going, there's like a hump where I leave the city. That hurt, but it was still pretty good for what it was. Like it was a good jump. I'll list it for sale. If someone buys it, someone buys it. You know, it is what it is. But I really don't need to have this. Maybe I'll do some work to it, kind of clean it up a little bit. The bed is really rusty and whatnot. I could probably clean that up and like bedline it or something. Might make the truck a little bit more appealing, and it gives me something to kind of do and learn, like more metalworking, I guess. It doesn't really need anything. I think it's just more of a paint deal there. As you can hear, this truck runs really smooth. It's really strong. And I love that so like smooth over the bumps. I mean, it's not like smooth like a nice luxury car, but it handles the bumps fairly well for what it is, at least. There's some bumpy road up ahead I'm gonna try just to see what it feels like. Maybe you guys can see. All right, I'm gonna keep a constant speed going over them. Here we are. You can kind of watch how I wobble. I need to go this way, guys. These roads here are terrible, guys. Absolutely terrible. But you know, maybe it's the cushion, like those suspension seats in the big rigs and stuff. But it doesn't have that. It's just a big cushion. It's over here. I just love like that diesel engine noise, especially when it's idling. It's kind of like rah, 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 rah. But like the engine braking is really good. There's a lot of like it actually slows me down. Like I almost don't even need my brakes, and I'm still in second gear, and I am just rolling no faster than a person walking, so like 3 miles per hour. That's pretty cool. Like you hear that? Not bad to get up to speed here. I am home now. Reverse has a nice reverse beeper. That's cool. That's cool. It's proper truck stuff. Let's turn it off. Thanks for watching, guys. This is my Atlas 100 in a nutshell. It is a pretty cool diesel truck. It's fun to drive around. It's pretty useful if you actually need a real pickup truck that's not enormous, and you can seat a whole bunch of people in here. You can bring your whole family or friends along. See you guys next time. Subscribe for more. This isn't a K car. JDM truck and K car content. I'll see you guys next time.